Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to continue the discussion of successive disintegration of radioactive nuclei, which we discussed as a conceptual part 1 video previously. Those who did not watch that video, go and watch so that the further discussion in this video will be easy to follow. Let us recall from the previous discussion. The radioactive element A, initially it is having total number of atoms as N0, and this B and C it does not formed at time t is equal to 0. When this decays to element B with an activity of lambda A Na, if the B is further a radioactive element, then this nuclei also will decays into another element C with an activity of lambda B Nb. If this C is further radioactive, then this process will keep on going on until stable product is obtained. At any instant of time t, when you calculate the total number of atoms A, this is given by the relation N0 e power minus lambda At. At the same instant of time t, if we calculate total number of nuclei in element B, this is given by this relation that we already discussed in the previous video. Now, if you draw the graph for number of nuclei present in A versus time t, at time t is equal to 0, the total number of nuclei present in element A is N0, and this N0 will start disintegrate and it will decrease exponentially, which is given by this relation. When time reaches infinity, the number of nuclei present in the element A will also becomes 0. Likewise, when you discuss the graph for number of nuclei in element B versus time t, at t is equal to 0, when you substitute in this relation, then the number of nuclei in B will comes out to be 0, and when you substitute infinity in this relation, here also the number of nuclei in element B comes out to be 0. This says that between 0 and infinity, the number of nuclei can be calculated, or number of nuclei is found in element B. This is because when we begin at t is equal to 0, there is no element in B. Only when the radioactive element A starts disintegrating, then the element B will starts to form. As the number of when the rate of disintegration, if we calculate comparing to A, B will be very less, because initially total number of nuclei present in element A will be greater, and we know already the rate of disintegration depends on how much number of nuclei present at a given instant of time. Comparing A and B, A will have more nuclei, so the activity of A will be higher comparing to the activity of B. So when we consider activity of A, that is lambda A Na, this will be initially greater than activity of B lambda B Nb. At that time, there will be more number of decaying of A than the decaying of B. It says that the formation of B is higher than decaying of B. So initially, from t is equal to 0, the number of nuclei in B will start increase until some time where lambda A Na is equal to lambda B Nb. This we call it as equilibrium condition. When activity of A is equal to activity of B, then equilibrium state is reached. By that time, the total number of nuclei, if you calculate in B, that will be a maximum nuclei. After this equilibrium condition, the activity of A will coming to be decreased than the activity of B. This is because after this equilibrium state, the total number of nuclei in element A will be very less comparing to the number of number of nuclei in A is very less comparing to the number of nuclei in B. Now this B will disintegrate to C as like how A initially disintegrated. So this nuclei B will disintegrate like this, and it will reach as 0 when time reaches infinity, and this curve says that the activity of B, that is lambda B NB, is greater than activity of A lambda A NA lambda A. So from 0 to T, activity of A is greater than activity of B. From T to infinity, activity of B is greater than activity of A. At time T, there is a equilibrium reached where activity of A is equal to activity of B. By that time, the number of nuclei in B will comes out to be maximum. So from this relation we can say lambda A NA is equal to lambda B NB. At equilibrium, number of nuclei in B will be maximum. So NB maximum can be written as lambda A NA by lambda B. This is the formula to find out the maximum number of nuclei present in the element B at a time T. Now the second question is, at what time this NB will be maximum? This we can discuss in the next slide. This is the graph of number of nuclei in the element B versus time T, and this one we have found, and this point is a equilibrium point where NB max is equal to lambda A NA by lambda B. That we can, in simplified format, we can say activity of element A by decay constant of element B. To find this time where NB is equal to maximum, we can use a simple mathematical concept maxima that you have already discussed or that you have already studied in your mathematics itself. To find NB maximum at a time, we can use a maxima concept. To find out that when we differentiate number of nuclei of element B with respect to time, so when it equated to 0, then we can find out the time T where the number of nuclei of B is getting maximum. Let us multiply d by dt in this equation. So we will get d by dt of NB is equal to d by dt of lambda A N naught by lambda B minus lambda A. When we split it, then e power minus lambda AT minus d by dt lambda A N naught by lambda B minus lambda A into e power minus lambda bt. And for NB to be maximum, this should be 0. Then when you do the integration, when you do the differentiation, you will get lambda A N naught by lambda B minus lambda A into minus lambda A e power minus lambda A t minus lambda A N naught by lambda B minus lambda A into minus lambda b e power minus lambda b t, and these two get cancelled. When you take this term to left side, this will become lambda a e power minus lambda a t is equal to minus minus plus lambda b e power minus lambda b t. This if we rewrite as lambda a by lambda b is equal to e power, if we take this lambda a this side, then this will be plus lambda a minus lambda b into t, and if you multiply natural logarithm or ln with both sides, then this will become ln lambda a lambda b, that is equal to, so log and e will get cancelled, you will get lambda a minus lambda b into t. From this we can find out t is equal to ln lambda a by lambda b by lambda a minus lambda b. This is the time at which NB will reach the maximum value. Thus we find these two unknown quantity. Let us write here. So NB max that we found is activity of element A by decay constant of B. This is one we found. Another one, at what time this reaches the maximum, that is T is equal to 1 by lambda A minus lambda B into ln lambda A by lambda B. These are the two important relations that will be very useful for your examinations. Thank you.